everybody, and welcome back to Art Cart in the Park, brought to you by the Coos Art Museum. If you picked up your art kit, you will find that we're doing origami this week. So take out one of the colorful pieces of paper that were inside your kit and let's get started. So origami is the art of paper folding, and you start off generally with a square sheet of paper. Now, I'm going to show you a really easy one. We're going to make an origami fan. So with our first one, we're going to make a small fold on the end. Now, how small you make it totally depends on you. I'm making it about between a ½ inch and an inch long fold. And then I'm going to do what's called an accordion fold. So I fold it one way and then flip the paper over and fold the paper back. Be careful because there's a rolling fold where you roll the paper and fold it, where the accordion kind of makes it look like a zigzag. So I'm going to do this back and forth on this paper all the way across until I have a nice thin strip of accordion folded paper. Once I have that, I'm going to take this thin strip and I'm going to fold it in half to make it a little bit longer. Now, you don't actually have to use a square piece of paper for this. Sometimes I'll make fans out of computer paper. But once I have it folded, then I'm going to fan out the accordion and make a cute little fan. I've said the word fan way too many times. I'm a fan of this origami. So now let's move on to an origami fold that I love. And this one's actually shown in step-by-step in this week's guide. The first thing we're going to do is take our piece of paper and we're going to X fold it. That means I'm going to take corner to corner and fold like a triangle, then open the paper up and fold the opposite points, making another triangle. When I open up the triangle, you'll see it makes a nice X shape. I'm going to take the first point, number 1, and I'm going to bend it down till it touches the very center point of that X shape. So you just bring that right down there. Boom, just like that. Now, you'll know you have it right when it looks, the shape overall looks like a diamond. Next, I'm going to take the opposite point and fold it all the way to the top of the fold line. So it's not going to go where the middle X line is. It's going to go to the top of that fold line. So it goes up a little bit higher. But you'll see that there is a center crease line. I'm going to take this point here and I'm going to pull it up to the top where that crease line is. And I'll use my finger down at the bottom crease line to help me get a nice crisp angle right there. So I'm going to pull that up, get that point in there, and then crease my line, just like that. Now this is kind of a tricky fold, so practice it. We're going to do the exact same fold on the other side. I'm going to pivot that up, and now you can begin to see the heart shape in our origami. It's a little pointy though, but this is exactly what it wants to look like. If yours doesn't look like this, we'll rewind the video a little bit and try again. If it does look like this, flip it over to the back side, and now we're going to begin to fold down the little tips, the 2 top points and the 2 side points. They don't have to be big folds, just tiny little ones, enough to get rid of that point. There we go. Now flip it over and you have your heart. Good job. Are you ready for a more advanced one? Okay, this one is going to be our cute crab. So for this one, I'm going to use a red piece of paper, and I'm going to do the same thing that I did before. I'm going to start by taking the points and making a triangle fold, then opening it back up and triangle folding the other way. So when I open it up, I'll have that really nice little X shape inside. Now I'm going to do a box fold, plus sign fold. I'm going to make it look like a sandwich, hot dog. I'm going to, instead of having a diagonal fold, I'm going to have a straight up and down and side to side fold. So I'm going to fold edge to edge instead of corner to corner. So now when I have it up, you'll see all the different fold lines. It looks like a little starburst in there. Okay, this is the tricky fold. So I'm going to place it so it looks like a square in front of me, and I'm going to bring up those edges on the bottom part to make a triangle. Do you see that triangle shape there? The top part is just going to flop around for a minute, but I'm just going to push it in on those first little fold lines. See that triangle? And I'm taking those edges in and bringing them into the center to make that triangle. This is tricky, so take a deep breath. You can do it. When you have it, you're going to push down, gently push down the top part, and it's going to fold in to make a triangle as well. How clever. Now I know this can be really tricky, so let me go ahead. I'll open it back up again and I'll show you one more time. So there's my little fold lines, there's the X line, and I'm going to take the two side fold lines and I'm going to pull them together to meet down below. That's going to create a triangle shape and then smush it down. Feel free to stop this video, rewind this video to watch it, but this is what it should look like. If your piece looks like this, you've got it, yeah! I'm going to go ahead and crisp up my lines and then turn my triangle so that the long edge is at the top. Now something to notice is that there are two flaps on each side. I'm going to take one flap and push it over to the other side. Think of it like a page in a book. So take one flap and put it over. So now that side of the book has 3 pages and the first side only has 1 page. Just like that. Can you see that 3 pages over there? All right. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a diagonal fold from that center crease, similar to how we did in the heart one, but it's going to stick out a little bit because we're folding on a diagonal there, and this is going to make one of the legs for our crab. Just like that. Once I have my fold done, I'm going to fold it back over to its original side. So now there are still 2 pages on each side. Only one has a little crab leg fold. And then I'm going to take a page from the opposite side, pull it over, and fold another leg, but now it's on the opposite side. The reason I'm doing this is because I want the folds of the legs to be tucked inside the crab's body. Now it kind of looks like a triangle with ears on it. Let me unfold these and show you one more time. So 2 folds on each side. I'm going to flip one of the pages over. So there's 3 on one side, 1 on the other. I'm going to fold that little edge up, crease it, and then fold it back over. And then take the other page and fold it over to crease and fold back. So now again, there should be 2 pages on each side, but the 2 top pages have those little folded edges. Oh, that was a lot of work. All right, now let's go ahead and turn our origami around. So we're gonna flip it over and we're going to turn it so that the large flat part of the triangle is down facing us. And then we're going to fold up about 1/2 inch from the bottom. Try to fold your line as straight as possible. And it should look like this. Now it's like a boat with a bunch of mountains floating in it. If it looks like this, you've got it. So now we're going to make the other set of claws. And I'm going to take that final page and I'm going to diagonal fold that up a little bit on both sides. And you'll see that those legs now kind of bend in like the front claws. How clever! Just like that. If I'm going too fast for you, make sure to pause the video so that you can catch up. The last fold that we're going to do is just to tuck down that point at the top so he doesn't have a pointy shell. And there is our little crab. Now if you want to, go ahead and take on the crab claws and you can kind of just pinch them a little bit to give them a little bit of dimension. And there you go, our cute crab. For me, sometimes when I do origami, it takes me time and time and time again to get it to look just the way I want it to. And sometimes the instructions don't make sense. But the biggest thing I can tell you is to don't give up, keep trying. If one folding method doesn't work for you, try to fold something else. I would love to see what you guys create. You can send us an email of your photos or tag us in your social media. And use the hashtag CamArtCart. I hope you enjoyed our Art Cart in the Park project for this week, and I can't wait to share our next project with you. So make sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any future videos. And until next time, stay creative. Art Cart in the Park is brought to you by the Coos Art Museum. For more information, visit our website at www.coosart.org.